Lots of professional athletes face adversity. Oftentimes, it's the challenges they face that propel them to work so hard at succeeding. Now, that being said, there is one NFL player who faces some pretty insane challenges. This NFL player only has one hand. Shaquem Griffin has one hand and wears a prosthetic limb. He has mentioned that his on-field performance as a rookie last season was overshadowed by his feel-good backstory. The Seattle Seahawks linebacker has made it clear that he's out to prove he's more than an inspirational player this NFL season. Griffin's left hand was amputated at age 4, the result of amniotic band syndrome, a congenital birth defect. At the time, he was in so much pain that his mother caught him trying to amputate his own hand with a butcher knife in the kitchen. They quickly brought him to the doctor. That being said, his father, Terry Griffin, still put him through the same football drills as his twin brother, Shaquem Griffin, and even adapted gym equipment so the boys could work out together. The pair have always stayed close. In fact, when Shaquem was offered a spot on his dream team on the Miami Hurricanes and Miami University, he turned it down to play with his brother Shaquem at the University of Central Florida. Griffin spent his whole college career at UCF, totaling 17 sacks and 30 tackles for a loss. Griffin attributes his rise in his redshirt junior and redshirt senior seasons to Scott Frost hiring as head coach for the 2016 and 2017 seasons. Writing for the Players Tribune, Griffin said that following his winless third season under O'Leary, Coach Frost came in and brought me back into the light. He gave me the opportunity I'd been waiting for ever since I first arrived at UCF, and I took advantage of it. Griffin was named the 2018 Peach Bowl Defensive MVP and was the 2016 American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. In Griffin's senior season, UCF went undefeated and subsequently claimed a national championship. Griffin told Ralph Warner and NFL Network in November 2017 that he planned to continue his football career in the NFL. Shaquem stayed at UCF one season longer than Shaquille, as Shaquem redshirted his freshman year while Shaquille saw playing time. Shaquille graduated and was drafted by the Seattle Seahawks in the 3rd round, 90th overall pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, while Shaquem stayed on for his redshirt senior year at UCF. After the end of his college career, Griffin was named as one of the 2 recipients of the 2019 NCAA Inspiration Award, presented to individuals currently or formerly associated with NCAA athletics for especially inspirational efforts in dealing with life-altering personal situations. Initially, Griffin didn't make it to the NFL, but when he wasn't invited to the 2018 NFL Combine, he decided to attend anyway. His inspirational appearance got headlines at first, but then when they saw his eye-popping stats, he caught the eye of the Seahawks, who chose him in the 5th round of that spring's player draft. Reunited with his brother, a Seahawks cornerback and first one-handed player drafted into the modern NFL, Mr. Griffin became a media sensation. Griffin made just 11 tackles in the 2018 season, but was a special team stalwart. He spent the offseason fine-tuning his diet and workout with the help of his brother back home in St. Petersburg, Florida. Griffin, 24, says he felt stronger than ever going into preseason, but injured his right knee in an August exhibition game. The fact that he eked out a spot on the team's 53-man roster, despite being sidelined for the injury for most of the preseason, is a testament to his work ethic and resilience. Ken Norton Jr., Seahawks defensive coordinator, told reporters, "He's fast, he's smart. We're happy with a lot of things that he's doing, and he's certainly a leader on special teams. So he's the type of guy that has been very good for our depth." The plan is to take advantage of Griffin's speed and use him as an outside edge rusher, a role he excelled at during his college career at University of Central Florida. He had 3 tackles as the Seahawks defeated the Cincinnati Bengals 21-20 on Sunday in their season opener.
That's what my dad always said to me and my brother. I am truly humbled and truly honored to be here today amongst so many great people. You know what? I wrote a speech. I don't want to say that speech.
Griffin calls his twin brother his secret weapon in the gym. He's been quoted as saying, "When one of us gets tired, the other one motivates to get in another rep and push harder to keep each other competitive." The men worked out 90 minutes to 2 hours, 5 days a week this offseason, devoting 3 days to upper body and 2 days to lower body. Now, a leg day might have included Griffin doing deadlifts, pushing a weighted plate across the gym, and tossing a medicine ball against a wall or to his brother, and then performing a one-legged squat. "I actually love squats," he says. "I do squats over pull-ups any day. They're the hardest." Griffin wears a prosthetic on upper body days to perform exercises like pull-ups, rows, and 225-pound bench presses. The brothers did 30 minutes of core work each day, including crunches, bicycle crunches, and V-ups, where you lay on the floor, face up, and touch fingers and toes.
Just starting that off, I just felt the energy from everybody. I mean, my adrenaline was going through the roof, and I ain't feel like I needed to stop. So 20. Soon I heard 16, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going for 20."
Their father owns a towing business. Sometimes they just go to a shop and perform tire flips or push cars. Recovery was a focus. Griffin would get 2 massages a week and would visit a chiropractor every other week. He also has a sauna in his house and regularly foam rolls. Ivan Lewis, Seattle's head strength and conditioning coach, says the team purchased new equipment that allowed Mr. Griffin to do everything that everyone else was doing in the weight room this year. A new harness that straps around his shoulders allows him to deadlift significant amounts of weight and perform Olympic movements such as clean pulls with more focus, he says. When I pull on something heavy, the harness strap pulls down on my shoulders, Mr. Griffin says. Pulling, snatching, and throwing heavier weights around is more doable. Position-specific drills to enhance game speed were also a big part of the preseason training.
I kind of let everybody know I'm mic'd up. I might hear some crazy stuff out there, we might not. But I know I'm gonna be talking crazy out there. Gotta enjoy it. I'm mic'd up, baby!
The Griffin brothers also hired a chef this past offseason in an attempt to slim down. The chef dropped off personalized meals every other day at the home that they share. Instead of eating 3 big meals a day, the brothers would eat 4 or 5 smaller meals. Well, small for an NFL player anyway. Griffin told reporters, "I used to eat whatever I wanted, but I realized food is my fuel and affects my performance and recovery." Breakfast is 6 egg whites with sweet potatoes, turkey, bacon, and sausage. Post-workout, they eat protein bowls of brown rice, broccoli, and chicken or steak. Lunch and dinner are either fish or baked chicken with brown rice and a roasted vegetable. Cheesecake is a splurge. For years, Griffin has been a Nike loyalist. He does have an endorsement deal with the company after all, and he wears compression pants to help with muscle recovery.
They was called the LaShores. We used to run track with them, we used to go to school with them, all used to hang out. And then they used to always dance. I was like,
He uses a Theragun, a massage tool that looks like a drill with a massage ball at the end. We're big on body work, he says. We even have a massage chair like you'd find in a nail salon at our house. While Griffin and his brother clearly work well together, they know how to use their competitive spirit to get them going. Lori Kramer, professor of applied psychology at Northeastern University in Boston, had her own thoughts about the pair's competitive spirit. She felt sibling rivalry can boost a workout regimen, depending on the siblings. Negative sibling rivalries can often result in the family dynamics. Parents may favor one child over the other in ways that feel unfair, and anger and frustration can leak out in a physical way. They can lead to low self-worth in one child and create resentment. In general, she says competition is viewed by the public in a more positive light. We compete with others or ourselves and are trying to match or surpass, whereas rivalry endorses elements of competition but also negative emotion, she says. Dr. Kramer points to the book The Psychology of Rivalry, which underscores how sibling solidarity can be a positive force. The book references how the Griffin brothers play on the same team and push each other for the good of the team. Michael Rogers, a professor in the Department of Human Performance Studies at Wichita State University, says there are plenty of pros for parents to have children who play the same sport and on the same team. It's more convenient for one thing. He says challenges pursue their passions. He says if there's an age gap, make sure the intensity level is appropriate for the younger one. As siblings age, Dr. Rogers says childhood competition can turn into motivation to keep fit and in touch, especially if siblings live far apart but can connect via technology. The Griffins brothers will no doubt continue to play and train together. Shaquem Griffin may only have one hand, but he definitely has a backup in his brother Shaquille. The two are helping lead the charge for the Seattle Seahawks, but only time will tell how things turn out. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to comment, subscribe, and like, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content. This has been our breakdown of the NFL player who only has one hand. Have a good one.